Hey, handball chain swing a bit, telephone ring, hang the bitch. I just answer for the dope. Yeah, I can't even really explain this shit. It ain't really been the same since I got some change. I just wanted more. Yeah, hey, payday. Please get rid of my headache. Need my change like Mayday.
Soak it in, bitches. Soak it in. We got the band on this motherfucker. Payday. Isaiah Rashad speaking through my fucking teeth because it's a whole lot of drink shit. Listen to this man. Just floating on that beach.
Oh yeah, the South Side nigga made man. I'm acting up for real. I might just eat up for real. Propane king of the hill.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good dinner, good dinner, good morrow, good supper time, good fucking time, good whenever it is that you are listening to this. Goddamn, thank you.
I mean, in honor of the song, good payday.
Good fucking payday.
Good payday. Give me money.
Yep.
Give me money. Good payday.
Yes.
Happy every day. How about that? Well, nah, because we ain't on every day. So happy every day that you listen to Just Dope Ass Podcast here on the Good News Radio Network. How about that?
We dropped something on somebody's payday, like payday hit, and you like, fuck, it's payday and it's podcast day. It's fucking just a double whammy.
We said whammy. Nice, make you feel real good, make you want to go save your money instead of blowing it all on some fuck shit. Nigga.
Word.
Welcome to Just a Dope Ass Podcast on this wonderful, brisk fall, autumn, winter afternoon, even though because this is California, global warming, we don't see none of that shit here. So if you listen from somewhere else outside of the West Coast, you probably get to see the seasons here. We got one season all year long.
Brisk is the thing. You know what I realized too, like given the post from the other day, it's like, yeah, you know, we don't have a lot of seasons, and I'm undervaluing my talent. Like, I'm not taking it to South Beach. It's hot up there, but like it's winter time. This is my season, and I'm fucking out here. Like, absolutely. I got to take my fucking talents to Wisconsin or some shit, or like New York just seems crowded.
Yeah, no, I'm cool.
Maybe like there's a lot of us in the DMV. Like I could take, you gotta take big niggas. Gotta take their talents up there, or where the brunch of best. You gotta take our talents to fucking Milwaukee. Big niggas in Milwaukee during the cold. Fucking clean up, nigga. Like if you touring up, boy, this is it, baby. God damn it.
It's your time. Yeah. You come through belly out and all with you some underwears on and a cape.
Put my belly on your back tonight.
Absolutely. This is your time. Go ahead. Go ahead and find it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and find it. It might be a little not brisk, but it may be a little soggy out there in H-Town. Shout out to Houston for all the people out there.
What a time in life.
For everybody that don't know.
Oh my God. This is the season, man. It's fucking cold outside. You know, she sat up next to her August Alsina built nigga, but fuck that.
Rest in peace to Big Black.
Fucking king. With a chunky boy, baby. I can make it right. 22 man bozo, baby. I can touch it all night.
Yes, girl. It's Big Black. Let me put the belly on your back.
So fucking artist, man. Shit.
You know that.
And the big one is just so gracefully and soft on the song.
404. Shaking. It's a fucking artist.
I don't got money, but I got me.
Shout out to Big Black, man. Rest in peace. Shout out to Dear Deck. We appreciate you for letting that man do his thing in his time here on this earth. I am a reformed chunky boy, so I represent for y'all in spirit.
Man, look, here's my thing. Like I've been watching so you know, Will dropped his book. Started that. That's a journey, man. Will is talking. Will up here talking that talk.
He letting y'all know. Y'all thought goddamn Corinne Steffens was giving it up back in the day. Y'all thought
he just like
Brittany Renner's giving it up today. And Will telling y'all all the tea.
It's good shit. Like Will comes out the gate with like life and like immediate mental health shit. And
absolutely.
I'm like, oh yeah, oh yeah, this is it. But you know, to do his shit for his fucking book, he like was on, you know, YouTube and shit, and it was like 20 pounds. And I was like, 20 pounds does make a good thing. Because I was like, man, if I, you know, from I just been living in 270, but I was like, yo, nigga, like if I just Just grab 250, man. This might be some problems out here, man. Y'all might have
You
are you acting different? Yes, I'm a completely different nigga. Like
You can get about 5 to 10% body fat down and still keep some of the
250 is like I'm doing y'all a favor by staying at 270. Like 250, it's a problem out here.
I haven't been anywhere near 250 in years.
I just can't. I don't think I think the lowest I could probably smack if I'm really focused might be somewhere in the 230s, but like anything below that, I just feel like I look like I was on crack.
Oh no. Because I mean, the biggest I've ever been was 280. And I've gotten down when I was fighting, I fought at 210.
That's a jump.
So
That's a
it's doable. And I still look decent. Now, here's some interesting part. Like you saying I might look a certain way. For our culture, for our people, there's a lot of people at that time like, you okay? Like, stop losing weight. Stop getting in such great shape. Like you look hungry. You need to eat something. I'm like, but all of y'all are unhealthy. What are you talking about? Like, I have a 6-pack. I got muscles. I look good. I'm lean. I can move. But you're telling me that something's wrong with me because I'm in shape and I'm healthy. Like, even when I was 250, I was still moving better than y'all. I just improved it basically to be able to do something and some things. Because, like I said, doing MMA and football at the same time was nuts. But I had the ability to do it.
That's just like a wild body requirements.
It was. My body was in. I mean, I got more muscular and ripped after that. But at that time, I was athletic as shit because I'm doing 2 explosive sports at the same time. So on the field, I was just playing. I forgot how many sacks I had that season. It was, I think I had like 5-6 sacks in one game before, and it was just like playing with people.
You guys understand? Like I could run for 6 days straight on your fucking left, man.
Right.
On your left.
Excuse me, sir. Don't you do it.
To the quarterback.
Don't you do it. Tag. Just lay down, sir. Just lay down. But I appreciate that. Even now, I think I might be close to 225, 230-ish. I may not look like it, but I'm holding it well, and I'm okay with it. That's the closest I want to get to 250 ever again.
I get that a lot because like I didn't even pay attention that I had hit like 270 until and I stepped on the scale like maybe 2 months ago. So I really have no idea where I'm sitting at now.
That's the first time I stepped on the scale was like 2 weeks, because I've had a scale in my house and it just had dust because I pay attention to how I look and how I feel. I didn't care about the weight. Randomly, I was like, I wonder how much I weigh. And I just stepped on there because normally when I've gone to the doctor over the last couple of years, I've been somewhere within the like 218 range. And I think, I don't know if the scale was off. So you'll shoot the scale a little bell because I know I haven't gotten bigger. I've gotten a little bit more muscular. I was a little bit leaner at one point in time because I was doing all that damn bike riding. But it's like
I know what I was doing.
225? Really?
No, when I saw the 270, and I was like, I don't feel like I know what I've been doing. I've been eating a lot of protein, and I've been coming in here picking up the fucking room.
That's all I've been doing. I haven't gone over any amount of reps over 8. Everything is between 5 to 8 heavyweight, and then I'm on an all ass diet after this. Like,
yeah, yep. Like, I think the top I get to, I was topping out at 10. Like, I just recently in the past month, I'm like, okay, we can go. Like, nigga, you can do 12 to 15. Like, we can take it. Like
you drop some weight.
I'm like, I know you're split. You got another half of the week. You could do light the half, like heavy the top half, but like maybe light the back half or whatever the fuck you want to do. And I'm like, all right, self, you got a fucking point, nigga. Like, maybe.
You walk by the cardio section with a burger in hand. Fuck y'all. Oh, y'all look like y'all suffering. I'm gonna be down here where I'm supposed to. I'm gonna lift some shit. Y'all can have all this.
I think that's the only thing that saves me is I still eat pretty good. I just be like, lift fucking heavy. And then I'm like cardio-ish. Like I'm up there, but I'm like, oh, y'all niggas is like, ma'am, did you just jump off the tread to the fucking elliptical, then to the stair?
I don't understand.
I'm like, oh hell no, nigga, I got one of these. We're gonna do one real good, but I'm not doing 3 of them. Like,
y'all be overdoing the cardio so much. That's why you can't get the body you want, because you fucking burning through the muscle that you have. Like, go stimulate them shits. I think for me, the only reason I keep it super lean is because I haven't been in a gym in 2 years. I just bought weights and I've been doing shit at home.
That's really the mood. Like, I like the gym, but like even over like when the pandemic started, I realized like it's not necessary. I just like this mother. I like it in here. Like, but
I love the gym. I would religiously spend easily 4 hours or more in the gym every day, and my body showed it for sure. But at the same time, like because of the pandemic, because of my health complications and having to pay attention to my body and all this other stuff, I was like, all right, let me be at home and do more active stuff because I know I'm strong. I don't have nothing to prove no more. I don't play ball long. I still got enough weight to carry somebody if I need to. I'm still in good shape. I proved that self to me today when I played warrior ball with a group. You know, running around in the sand. Still got it. I still got the lateral movements. I'm still fast, still explosive. Like I don't have to prove anything by lifting super heavy, although I do enjoy it.
no, I just enjoy it. But like now I work out like the way my father used to work out. It's just like, oh no, this is keeping motherfucker off me size. Like it's just it's just
all this is maintenance. I want to be able to like, even though 40, 45, 50, I can still like, no way.
no, yeah, this is just specifically.
No.
This is specifically for so I can maintain Melvin activities, and in case the zombie apocalypse pop off, I can survive. Like those are really the only two thoughts. Like nigga, be able to fuck good, be able to punch a nigga in case you were with the person you were fucking real good, and then the zombie apocalypse. Other than that, I don't give a fuck about y'all. I don't even be outside like that.
I'll be honest. I'm gonna have an honest, vulnerable, transparent moment.
That's what this platform is for.
Although I've always been around bodybuilding, like my dad, I always was around pictures of bodybuilders, action figures that were bodybuilders, like meeting them at GNC and stuff. Like I was always raised around bodybuilding, so I enjoy the sport of lifting to get a certain physique.
Mm-hmm.
I still enjoy it partly now, even though I do most of my lifting like high intensity interval training at home, like nothing crazy. I'm mostly for performance based. But when I get back, and that's going to be really soon, get back to lifting for aesthetics, it's mostly the vain, arrogant part of me that just wants to be ripped up so I can tell people no.
I feel it.
Like, oh my God, your body look, thank you. I appreciate that. So what you nah. Nah, I'm cool. I'm happily single. Nope.
Yeah, see, I don't never really like. I've always been just like a miniature power lifter body because them niggas be 6'8". So like I just really be like, when people talk about abs, it's like I don't really ever have had the fucking desire because I don't know what the fuck that look like. I'm like, I get those, be like, oh shit, this is a whole. What the fuck you do with these things? You just have them because. Like I ain't got like I'm not filling up the shirt like usual. Like this keg thing be a thing.
Them shits is hard work to maintain. It's hard to get them, and you still got to work to maintain them. Just like anything else, mental health wise, relationship wise, communication wise, abs are a metaphor for life because it takes a lot of hard work, dedication, and consistency to get them, and you still have to put forth that energy and effort and focus to keep them motherfuckers. Cause
that's a bar. Because I realized like when I was really trying to like. I wasn't really trying to like, but it was just everything was like lift. And then I was like, oh, I got him. Like, because I got punched a couple times in some just, activities. And I was like, oh, I got him. I have them for what their like function is for. They just don't look like anything. I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, I was like, they got a purpose. That's good.
Protection.
Yeah.
I got a vest on. I would say, for your stature, get real serious and just pull out like Big E status. Just come massive chest. Just be like, I'm strong, I'm stout. I ain't got to be extra lean, but I got the muscles popping everywhere. The body fat percentage is low, but I'm just thick, nigga. 2 C's, goddamn it. I'm out here.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I think we're gonna shoot. I'm not doing any of that fucking Will Smith shit. I'm not gonna give niggas a countdown because it just seems like too much stress in my life. But 250, I think 250 is like
250 is definitely doable.
See how 250 looks, and then I'll see from there. I think 240 is my limit. I like being a meaty nigga though.
I'll be honest with you.
Meaty.
Being somebody that's been on that side and is on this side. Reevaluate it when you get to 250 because your ass gonna be like, I'll be cool. I get to 250. You get to 250 and be like, I can go to 240. You get to 240 and be like, 230 might not be that. You gonna keep going.
Like I said, it's like crack.
Well, here, like you understand when it comes to bodybuilding and aesthetics. There's a lot of bodybuilders that look massive as fuck, and you're like 220.
Yep.
Hold on. And especially for people that are a little bit shorter, like you can manipulate how your body looks so much it honestly doesn't even matter the weight.
That blew my mind. Like I think I paid attention to like in high school, and I was like, holy shit. Because you look at the fucking pictures on the magazine. I'm thinking all these niggas are like NBA players. I'm like, wait a minute, this nigga's 5'4"?
Absolutely.
Holy shit. And then you put all that fucking shit together. It's like 5'4", fucking 300 pounds in the off season, fucking 270 on stage. Like they whole. But I respect they shit, even if you like not into that. Like you, once you start looking at what they do, I was like, oh, this is still some inspiring shit. Like if you attack parts of your life the way them niggas attack that, you would be a fucking amazing. Because I'm
Absolutely.
like, all them niggas are like lightweight. In my mind, lightweight PhDs when it comes to like
Absolutely.
biology and physiology and all that shit. Because that shit is a whole. If you haven't like watched what a bodybuilder does to like fuck the like not just the lifting, but the eating, the this, the that, the niggas is really smart. They're consumed by it, but they're smart.
Right. Dedicated as hell. I mean, but that's their sport. Everybody that plays a sport professionally and is competitive is going to take it super seriously. But on that note, I'm glad you kind of said that. Because the thought that I have with that is y'all be running around here chasing these Instagram type girls with like fake hair, fake this, fake that, and be wanting them to be dedicated to you. It's a chick in the gym right now that does like physique, fitness, bikini, whatever. She got a little bit of muscle that may intimidate some of y'all that can't lift your own body weight up. But for her, she keeps herself together. You want somebody that's dedicated, that's going to be down. Girls in the gym that's super consistent with their body, they know what dedication means. They know how to communicate. They know how to be malleable. They know how to pay attention to all these other things. Y'all chasing all these unhealthy chicks that want to go to fucking Sugar Factory and spend your money on bullshit. Get you one of these gym chicks.
I was having a conversation about that to like kind of describe like, because I'm not somebody who's like super be like mad ripped gym woman, but I did describe, I was like, because amid like posts in this conversation, it'd be seeming like I'm like even some jokey shit I put on my page today, but I'm like, I feel like I missed the mark with like how some of us like think. I'm like, I'm an aesthetically pleased nigga. Like I like the big booty ass and the titties in a nice shape, but I was like, the gym thing for me, I'm in no way impressed by you. I'm impressed, like just she squats however the fuck, but it's like she's a disciplined person because I'm looking for that as a partner. I'm like she's in this motherfucker by herself, keeps herself healthy, cool. It ain't about like necessarily looking away. I don't give a fuck how much you weigh as long as it's put together. But I'm like, you're in here being healthy. I'm like, okay, now I can attribute that this motherfucker might take this mindset and apply it to other fucking things. Because you look at, I don't know, we make fun, everybody make fun of him from time to time, but like you look at The Rock and how he's like super intense, but that intensity he has in the gym is the same intensity that motherfucker has for acting, same intensity that motherfucker has for having literally every business on planet Earth and all of them being successful as shit. That kind of ties in. So if I'm like, I'm looking at you in here and you doing like not the, you do whatever your body, can handle, but you're in here doing like, you're doing the real shit. You're not just fucking around doing the little cutesy shit. You in here, hair wrapped up, you looking, fuck it. And I'm like, you grunting and shit. Oh, you're a fucking dedicated bitch, man. Like
booty sweat,
I fuck with you, man.
Heavyweight
Like,
in here every day, consistently got her stuff together.
Yeah, I fuck with you, big dog.
As opposed to like, yeah, you might be a little bit finer than her, but you in here taking pictures and fucking doing glute kickbacks all day for 3 hours. She's actually getting to it.
Not gonna hold y'all, that build a body shit. Just if I'm thinking about it just logistically, like even if it looks aesthetically pleasing, you're thinking about like if I fuck with you and you done been out here doing the build a shit thing and it's all cute, and then I fuck with you and my daughter come out here built like Faison Love, I'm gonna be ready to fight. Like I'm gonna be like, cause this is, I just like, yeah, I don't give a fuck what it is, but I want that shit, from the, I don't know, some of that shit be like, I know like niggas are like responsible maybe for certain aspects of how women view, but I'm like, some of that shit is y'all, because I don't know no real nigga that be asking for that. Like the shit I posted in my story today was like a joke about, it was some meme where it was like, a tweet from a girl and it was like, blah, blah, blah. Niggas always asking like, what you wearing? And it's like, I'm fucking at the house wearing who knows what, like a penguin onesie, I think it was. And then right after that, shout out to, I forget who fucking paid I stole it from, but it was another meme just coincidentally about just a girl with like random t-shirt titties, like they're not even news. Like, man, I just like seeing this shit. Like I'm a real, where like simple creatures sometimes in the perv department. It's like, I just like seeing you naked, my nigga, like, or in some type of, I don't need the dolled up shit. So I said all that to say, the first meme I think sometimes is indicative of the mindset that like women think like, when I say like, you know, what you wearing, are you looking sexy? It's like, I don't need you to get all dolled up and put the lingerie on. If you in the penguin onesie, pull your ass out that fucking butt flap part. In my mind, and in any real man dirtbag, that's the sexiest shit. And fuck this lingerie shit. That's ass that she just had right now, just out the fucking that shit. And you seem funny. There's a whole lot of shit. You seem funny. You seem like you know, or a little carefree, a little chill. There's other avenues out here outside of my dick that I'm like, oh, this is a cool person. Lingerie shit, man. I mean, that's cool. I think it's sexy, but I don't need that shit. Black man in the motherfucking house. Guessing this bitch. We'll be on camera soon, but you know,
You're gonna have to send you a link. Where you want to sit? Wherever. It's up to you. Pick a seat.
oh no, I know.
The camera faces me, so you good.
Yeah, it ain't no ain't no way. What's your email?
Brian, I got so many.
He like,
You got so many. Is that Brian 54? Oh, BRYAN.
BR.
Oh.
Why? Well, holding on to that 54.
Right, it's been forever.
You know what I'm saying
54 at gmail.com.
I feel it.
That's been there so long.
It's been
I
for a
ain't never
long
changed
time.
it.
I know. I can tell.
I
I
never
remember. So for those of you listening and those of you that are watching live, our guest has arrived. My man, be sure to represent Humbly Arrogant. He got the shirt on. You'll see the visual in a second.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself to the people. Let them know who you are, where you come from, what you bring into the show today.
First and foremost, thank y'all for having me. That's number one.
Gang.
Ain't no thing at all.
DC been my brother since forever.
I feel it.
You know what I'm saying? Just me and you. But I've been a fan of y'all show. But you know, Brian is my government name. Lazy be the Great. I got so many aliases, Mr. Humble and Arrogant. I got so many, man. But yo, thank y'all for having me.
Ain't no thing at all. Go ahead. What? Hold on.
Where the things at?
Who been touching shit?
I don't know where it's at, but I
There's
pressed it.
supposed to be
It's
claps.
supposed to be some claps.
There's supposed to be some claps on there. It's okay.
That's
So
fine.
self gratification is important
You
as
can be cool
well.
enough to clap for yourself.
What's going on, Zay? How you doing? Thank you.
Damn,
for tuning.
I fuck with Zay on the fucking app. Zay, I'm looking for Zay on the goddamn
Nah, she be on the app listening.
real nigga shit.
What's up, Zay?
Absolutely.
Oh, I think it comes to your phone. So if it's on your phone,
Yeah, check your
you
email.
gotta
That
check
way you can log in. You guys get
the
to
link.
hear some of the process when it comes to doing this live thing, pure unedited. I will ask, and this may be a little bit of a personal topic.
Shoot it.
spicy.
No, not like that. First off, condolences for Raj G.
Word.
How have you
Appreciate
been handling that?
It's still a day-by-day process. Literally. Like, it's like I tell people that he was my brother, so I didn't really consider the artistry. You know what I'm saying? I knew what he did. You know what I'm saying? I knew that's your brother, you know what he do, but he was my brother. He was just G. He was just Greg to me. So when he passed, it's more of a holy shit. It's a real big eye opener of the shit he was doing and did and what he's done. Like, I'm in control of all his music and all that type of stuff. And it's like, oh, you really worked just pure. Like, I know you toured, you did your shit, but he worked so much. Like, he got like, I say like 13 albums completed, done.
Sheesh.
There's covers, there's art, there's track listing, they're all mastered. And it's just like, what the fuck?
Right.
And the dates on it is like 2016, 17. I haven't really got to
The most recent.
Yeah, it's that much.
Damn, he went out Tupac status basically.
He Rospac to me.
Rospac.
I call him Rospac. Like, yo, you left
hella music.
a lot of shit.
And that kind of goes to a point that we talk about on the show a lot, which is dope. Him owning all this shit and being able to leave it with the family. Like, you guys take control of it. You guys can still eat off of what he's created.
Yeah.
You know,
What he's created, what he's, it's my brother, he wasn't a super big artist, but like I said, I didn't know how big he was until he passed. They say, you get more famous when you die. And I'm like, that may be true, but the masses that this man has touched is one of the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. And just being like a independent lo-fi artist, and,
Yep.
you think, all right, nobody listens to this shit. And,
No.
nah,
People listen
Nah.
to it. I mean, I've always listened to, for like the past 6-7 years, I've listened to Selection Radio.
yeah,
So like that'll let you know. That's like as
Yeah.
far as lo-fi chill music is concerned, that's one of the biggest platforms to have that. So
Yeah.
if that can get that big with just playing chill vibes, you know that there's like a cult following
Man.
for that, which is super, super dope. And it's pure people. Like it's not the industry bullshit. It's not the people that's on it because it's hype. It's like, no, we really like, I'll go to a club and chill and listen to some shit that's lo-fi.
And don't get me wrong, like I know the community, I know what's going on and stuff like that, but it was like, that's my brother's lane, so let me not go in it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that, so I just supported my brother. I went to shows and seen all type of crazy shit, and then blow out speakers, and him and like Fly Low do shows, like it's a bunch of dudes. And I'm like, yo, y'all really sell these shows the fuck out,
Right.
and it's millions and
Yeah.
millions and thousands of people everywhere. I'm like, damn, dog.
Backpackers come in and supporting for real. It's kind of like the battle scene.
Yeah,
Like you wouldn't expect
That's a
battle
good
rap
point.
to be as big as it
Yeah.
is, but then you go in there and you see the arenas are packed out just to hear two niggas go at it verbally. Like we don't realize how much we can touch people in so many different
Yeah,
avenues
man.
because we get bust upside the head with the commercial shit all the time. It's like,
Yeah.
no, you got other lanes you can jump in.
Yeah, dude. It's like my brother passed, talking to all these people and having conversations and hearing all these stories. It's like, damn, my brother did this, he did that. Like I talked to, he had a booking agent in Japan, and they like, oh no, they loved your brother that much. They still doing like
Mhm.
benefits over there.
Damn.
My brother been gone 2 years, and they still doing benefits and all type of stuff over there.
That overseas thing is so different.
Yo, it's mad crazy.
They are super. I seen that working with Zap. They still can tour to this day.
Yeah.
Especially, I think every year for one or two times a year they go over to Japan. Still to this day, make money and eat off it. Why? Because they over country they really support actual music. They'll support the hypey shit because whatever.
Mhm.
But when it comes to actual music, they will support it to the day they die. Like Latinos out here when they artists, they will support
Yeah.
whoever it
Like-
is. If we really fuck with you, we fuck with you
And
forever.
the crazy thing is, before COVID, like I got booked to play a set of my brother, and I can DJ, I can do all type of musical shit, but I never play my brother music. I listen to it, I know it, but it's like never play it. But
Right.
they're like, no, come play a set over here, and we'll pay you. We'll pay you. I'm like, what? They're like, no, we just want the energy of our brother here.
Right.
Like, I'm like, wow.
And who
that's
better
fire.
than you? Because that's your actual
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
Now, we'll ask you, since his passing, how has that affected you within the music game?
I'm learning a lot more who's there, who isn't there. They say when people pass away, everybody's there for you.
Right.
Then after everything gets time, it's everybody disappears.
Right.
So what I'm learning is I know who was down for my brother and who was just all hype. And it's pretty much like 95% everybody who's still there. They checking on me, hit me up, hit my moms, hit my sister, and my brothers. It's family.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? My brother has a mural in Lamert Park, and every his birthday and his passing day is still something there every year.
That's
just the
fire.
craziest shit. And it's like I didn't go this year. I'm like, I love it, but doing the business side of it, I gotta kind of separate myself and just breathe sometime, man. That should be crazy.
You being somebody that's gotten to see two different sides of the game. So you get to see the more backpack, chill, lo-fi style, but you also worked with the hood niggas, the gangbangers.
The gangbangers, the other dudes. I still work with the other crew which I make a lot of money off of. But it ain't even about money. It's more I just love it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Right.
Watching people grow, and it's fun. I love all sides of it because you see me, it's like, what is he into? He'd be like, everything.
That's the vibe, man.
I'm into everything. I'll be everywhere. Like I show up in places, they be like, fuck is he doing?
See, I like stories like that. Because I feel like, we as a culture just always try to one lane is so. I mean, my hand is in as many pots as possible.
Bro, my hand, DC probably one of my witness from the jump. My hand's been in gazillions of pots.
Yep.
I make dog. It's funny, dude. Like I do a bunch of shit, and I've never been one to be like, oh, I'm relying on one person's riches to make me. Nah, I got multiple hands and
I'm
fingers and
finna
all
do
type of
all
shit.
this shit.
You
Absolutely.
know what I'm saying? So it's fun, man. But like you said, seeing shit and the one night I went to I want to say it was probably the same night. One night I was at a Waka show with one of my artists. Was at a Waka show, and that same night I went to the airliner, all in the same night. The airliner was this thing called low end theory, and
Okay.
it's two different things.
Mhm.
You know what
Stark difference.
you know what Waka is. You know what you're getting there. Then low end is just all lo-fi, chill vibes, packed out craziness. It's just cool.
I feel like you need that balance in general because even when you hear like artists talk, some of them like half they shit sound like, and then like I don't enjoy the music or whatever I'm making, but it's like I live so much in this one aspect of whatever the fuck I'm doing,
Yeah.
and it like I don't know, man. If you like make it like like working out, like we were saying, like you put so much pressure on one thing, you blow your knee out. Like, now let me distribute this shit to other areas, and like that's
Yeah, man.
that's fire.
Yeah, man. I love it, man. That shit it be crazy because sometimes I get to cross people and shit, and they be like, "Where are we going?" And I'm like, "Just come chill," and they be like, "Oh shit, this is the shit."
I think that's a vital tool,
Yeah.
honestly, especially for our community. You
Hell
can
yeah.
take some of the people that may be a little bit more on the hood side and like, yo, you can come over here and chill. You don't have to be this persona in front of everybody else, this persona that you
Yeah.
are in the hood, this persona that you are on stage performing these songs. You could be a regular person over here and just relax.
And watch everybody walk past you because they don't really give a fuck about you.
Absolutely.
That should be funny and it's fun, man. It's like, nah, come do this, and they be like, why? Like,
In my mind, like as an artist, that would help you like potentially expand your art form. Like if I'm this type of artist and I'm over here just shit, you hear I don't know, to me, all the like you hear like your favorite rapper or greatest artist, whoever the fuck, and that nigga be like, yeah, I was listening to fucking the Beatles yesterday, and you be like, when the fuck was this Zone 6 nigga listen to the Beatles? It helped me make this, that, in the song.
Right.
Like,
yo, it'd be
cool.
that shit helps. Like I remember one, like I want to say like 4, 5, 6 years ago, we were, I don't know who the fuck I was with. I don't know. I was with somebody, and we happened to run into my brother. And it was like, "What the fuck? Like, how you know him?" Like, "Oh, that's my brother." I'm like, "What you doing?" He's like, "I got a show here." Like, all right, where your show at? "Oh, it's right here. I'm going to it now." "Hey, let's go." Your brother got a show. We go to the show, and you just watch niggas be like, "That's your brother? That's what he do? He moves a crowd by just twisting knobs and fucking killing frequencies and blending shit all on one little contraption." It's like, oh shit.
One thing about that makes me a little upset.
What's that?
We see these average ass white boys that'll pack out festivals and be the face of that type of music, when there's people like your brother that's really into it, really doing it, really understand the artistry, and will never reach the certain magnitude that these dudes do. Now, granted, your brother will have longevity when it comes to people supporting his music forever. For them, they may be the flavor of the month, but it's like all the white boys that's rocking to this shit, nigga, you got it from dudes like this,
And you
and
know
you
what's
don't
crazy?
pay homage.
And there's know what's crazy? Since my brother passed and having these conversations with certain artists and stuff like that, you get to see where they got it from, who they inspired and want to be. But then I think about the people that I'm talking to and who they mess with and who they don't mess with. Those people who they the face of the shit, they love it. But if it ain't for people like my brother, they have zero creativity. Oh man, what's your brother working on? I got 3 laptops full of shit that ain't even organized. So what you want me to do? I can send you some shit that's about to come out. But even then, it's like, nah, it's cool.
3 laptops full.
3 laptops full.
But that's just computer shit. My brother he just imported his shit into computer. He didn't use computers. My brother made every sound he did.
Which is nuts.
I respect that. That's like peak artistry.
Absolutely.
My brother's record collection
is nuts.
is stupid. His record collection, he got like, we had to do appraisal of his records. My brother got like 40,000 records. No, hear me. He got a $40,000 record. Times that by like 12.
Absolutely, that's nuts.
He got records that people can't find that they'll they'll be searching their whole life for it. And that shit was just sitting in the crate at my brother's crib. He probably never used it or played it.
Meanwhile, dudes today, rocking crowds just plug their one little Apple Mac computer in and
I
just
got a beat kit. I don't know, man. I don't make beats. I be trying not to
beat
like, I be trying not to, but I like, the algorithm will do weird shit. You click 4 or 5 hip hop things, he'd be like, you want a fucking the Toronto beat kit, and it's like sound like a fucking party next door, and I'm like
a party next door, next door type beat.
right.
And I'm like, this is awkward. This is just like, as a nigga, I don't make music, so I know my voice goes here, but I'm like, you want to try to maybe like just fuck around the studio, see if you can make something up. I don't know. Like,
yo, if you can put 4 tracks to sync together, you got something. I tell people that all the time.
Yeah.
That's all Mustard did.
there you go, music.
Absolutely.
Music people. It's nothing wrong with fucking just giving it a shot.
Give it a shot. Try it. You may have something. Then you
That's
build
what
from
made
there.
me appreciate it more. Cause like, so after I
Oh
left,
shit, we still ain't got you on screen. We fucking up here talking.
I ain't tripping about no
All right.
screen. Man. I just want to kick on my people though.
Okay, fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it.
We tried to do it.
after leaving and going to college, I had the whole Fruity Loops and all that stuff at the time, the biggest things. And I used to play with making music just because I enjoy music. It wasn't to really do things. I used to DJ the house parties for the bros and all this other stuff. Doing all that and realizing for somebody like your brother how much is like talent is needed to do that. Like I could figure out little shit just playing with it, but I was like the level of mastery that somebody like your brother would have, or somebody like you has that's been doing this for decades. Like I love this, but I ain't gonna.
I don't love it. I don't love it to that point.
Yeah,
like it's crazy. Like I can produce, I can make some shit, but I'd be like, nah, I ain't doing this shit. Fuck this shit.
I feel like that sometimes if I'm like when I'm looking at, if I'm on a YouTube journey or whatever, you might see, XYZ, whoever's the fucking hitting. Like I thought about that when I was a couple years ago, I went to Little Revolt Summit. So, they had like a lot of the big name producers come up there, and it was some that it was like, okay, they're cool, they're dope. And some I hadn't heard of, but I know they big niggas. Like you might hear that little thing. So I'm going, you might see them on YouTube, and it's like, you see them, and this is not a dish. You see some of them, and I'm like, I see you in the thing, and it's like, some dude was like, I make my beat in like 5 minutes, and I'm like, that's cool. And then I watch a video like Timberland making some shit, and I'm like, Timberland took a cup, 2 pencils, and his kid sneezing, and then just made some shit, and like, yeah, I like that. On to the next 30, and I'm like, that's different, man. I'm not trying to shit on nobody, but that shit.
At one point, I watched my brother sample my little cousin Orion's toys and make a beat out of it. And it's probably like one of his most played songs right now.
Niggas is different. I'm not trying to diss nobody who's doing, but I'm just saying that shit
it's some people who take the simplicity of it and can build on it, but there's some people like Timberland who can take those sounds, chop those sounds. So what you seen in that like 5 to 10 minutes or whatever he did with that, when he takes it to the next stop, that's taking 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months to finish.
I just feel like that's the shit where, like, when we, as just a community, you stand on here wherever you're at, whether you're like the artist or you're like us, you just talk about it. Yeah. But it's like, this is the culture and what makes it an art form. The way, like, when motherfuckers do the parallels of, like, you sitting in a museum looking at a Van Gogh, and you be like, how can y'all compare? Because that motherfucker did that. Whatever Van Gogh did over there to make this picture, that nigga's doing that with like 2 grasshopper sounds. This the same shit. Like, that's what makes you go like, oh no, this is a sound that changed my life. Like, this is the sound that made me go like, fuck this job, I'm gonna go whatever the fuck.
Man, it's all about what you put into it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people they just want it for a quick, fast cash. I watched a dude sell a multi-million-dollar beat for $10,000, and he can't get shit off of it right now. It's the craziest shit in the world. He's trying to like lawsuit. Nah, you signed that contract for $10,000, and that shit is somebody's making probably like $75,000 off that shit quarterly.
That's nuts.
It's always that. I mean, that's wild to me. Like, I know circumstances will make you do, you have to do you have to do what you have to do to eat. But it's like, sometimes I be seeing, like, you hear these stories and it's like, were all y'all up against it, or were all y'all just not paying attention? Because it's like mad generations before us that are like, yeah, I probably should have sat on that. I just was like living the life. And it's like, what's that fool over there at Complex? I was hearing him talk about it, where they talked about like some artists get even anything that they offer, like benefits and this, that, and the third. And niggas just are like, I'm for the chain. It's like, how many of y'all gonna do that, man? Y'all, like, if I'm down, Like I'm a regular nigga. I make like regular pay. This has not exploded. But if somebody was like, look, we'll give you 10 million right now, but I see my trajectory, I could be like, I've been a regular poor ass nigga for like
yeah.
I could probably sit on my ass for another 6 months while I own this and it grows. Like, I don't know. The immediate like, oh shit, that's 2 million.
It's one of those, oh, it's right here. I can take it right now, and this shit can change my life immediately, or I can change, or you can believe in yourself and change your family, your life, your family's life, and your family's that's gonna be here after you, your life. You know what I'm saying? It's just what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like I said, I see it every day. I see people like, I'm in a contract battle for somebody right now who's just trying to get all their shit back. They completed everything on their contract. They've completed what was expected of them. They blew that shit out the water. In first go. And the people who's holding up what that person wants to do is like, no, we want to keep you, but we own this, and this. So what are you going to do to give us that? This dude is willing to give up everything to get all his shit back because he know what he has and what he's done has changed and can change people's lives forever.
Right.
So
that's one thing that kills me when it comes to the negotiation part. Like I've said this before, and when it comes to relationships, but I think it's the same even within the music industry of how like black men don't value themselves. They don't understand their worth. If somebody's willing to offer me 10 million or even 2 million, you're willing to cash out on me, huh? All right. You say you offer me 2 million. How about you give me 500,000? But I want to own this, and this. You can give me 100,000, but I want to make sure that I own all this shit. I want health benefits. I want this. I want that. Like take a lesser amount of money and get more stability that's going to actually look out for you. Like I want me, my kids, my mom to all have health coverage. I want this to like, why don't we understand how we can negotiate and leverage that in our favor?
Because my favorite saying, I'm going to tell you this right now. Ain't no insurance in the rap game. I'm going to tell you that right now. Ain't no insurance for shit in the rap game. Don't nobody insure you shit. You got a lawyer who may and or may not be on your side. So get your own lawyer. That's one. Two, you may have that stability, you may have that knowledge, but they're not going to bend on it. And then the music industry is so fucking shady. And these people who, the people who you see who say they're the gatekeepers aren't the gatekeepers. It's about 8 to 12 motherfuckers who are the gatekeepers that you never see, who you pass by in bonds and pavilions every day, and don't even know that they make and break shit, and you got to play your music for them. And if they don't like it, they just play it. We want you to do this, and we're going to give you this much more money to do this. And if we don't like it, then we'll keep putting you in debt until you like it. It's the craziest shit in the world, dog. You ever imagine trying to play some music for people who don't know what your life and what your journey is
at all, and don't care.
It don't give a fuck
at all.
They don't give a fuck.
How can we monetize this? That's what we care about. How can we make this marketable based on the ear that we have?
Okay, do this. This is the thing. They'll be like, okay, if you do this, and this, then we can talk about giving you a piece of what you want. You're like, what?
And I don't understand.
A piece?
Right. For people like from all circumstances that come from the hood, I've been on tracks talking about how I've been in shootouts and I've been serving this and I've been struggling through that, but you can't walk away from this and say, man, fuck that.
No, because they know what they see. What's in front of that number that's not in front of that word, a dollar sign.
I was gonna say Brittany Renner. I'm pretty sure they have when they come here to negotiate your contract. It's a couple of them walking around the office to tempt your ass. Like, oh, come on in here. Like, we'd love to have you.
They be around, but we're in a social realm, so that you pretty much inside of a conference room, just having a conversation with people who don't know shit about your life, who just think you're cool, and we can monetize this off of you. So it's fucking crazy, dog.
I feel like it's all part of me. Like, I'm not in it, but part of me feels like, when they go on Maury and they have somebody in the green room and had the girl that be like, I know that he's here because he has a girl that's taking him on a paternity test, but we sent a decoy in there and they're talking to, like, I feel like they have that stuff all around to butter you up.
It kind of be like that. So, like, depending on your situation, some of that shit they'd be like, why would you even think? Like, man, some of these dudes are in the horrible of deals, and they've exceeded these deals and put themselves back into another horrible deal just for a bigger figure. You're like, why?
That shit is always just like
imagine
mind blowing to me.
Like, imagine this, right? Imagine you sell let's say 150,000 records, right?
Mm.
Which ain't really records, it's streams and shit. You sell
Mhm.
150,000, right? Okay, that's 150,000 of streams, whatever. That's going to continue to keep growing depending on your fan base. Then you go on tour, right? I got a tour. It's 30 cities, 30 city tour. Pretty big, let's say mid-sized venues, right? Okay, you got that. Then you got merch. Okay, I got all this merch, blah, 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 right? Cool. My merch gonna sell. I'm this artist. Then they tell you, nah, you'll see about 3% of it. There's a lot of these dudes who are in those deals, dog.
That's why Cube had that bet.
No. Cube had a bet. Cube had a bet for all of us, but then some people took some very, very horrible deals that just keep pushing.
Just completely.
That shit Snoop
pushing.
said this
15
week was
steps
fucking
back.
crazy.
What?
There was
Which part?
that when Snoop was on $1 million worth of game and like explained how much of his classics that he is not
I'm
like that
getting
he
no
has.
money from him.
I was like, holy shit, bro! This shit
I'm
is,
living off tour money because I don't see no music
That's
money.
So understand this, right? It's a reason why Dr. Dre don't perform no Chronic songs.
That's a good point.
Snoop just started doing doggy style songs again. Besides the classics, like the B-side shit that we all love, he wouldn't perform them. He don't do no Dogfather songs. Zero of them. It's a lot of stuff that you don't think about, that your everyday mind don't think about, that you don't understand that. Oh no, we don't. Yeah, that's our voice. That's our song. You ain't heard them perform deep cover in never. Go watch the Chronic. Go watch all these episodes. Them niggas ain't performed deep cover in how long?
Since it came out.
You know why? Because they don't get paid for that shit.
That's the crazy part. When I heard Snoop saw that, because I think did I send you that clip? I don't know. I might have.
No, I think yeah.
When I watched that, my thought immediately was, Dre put you on.
Mm-hmm.
Either he's a part of fucking you, or he didn't understand. Like, I'm fucked too, but I'm still bringing you in this fucked up situation. Like, how don't we look out for each other and understand how to take care of one another?
It wasn't even that. It was the leave. It was the bouncing that did that to them. It was the bouncing that did that to him. When they bounced, that's when
him going to No Limit and all that is what fucked him up.
It fucked him up, but it also, he had to pay to get out. You're taking my breadwinner. Dr. Dre's gone, Pac dead. This is all I got left. I got Daz and Corrupt, but at that time it was a question mark.
Right.
You didn't know if that was gonna hit. And everybody under them, you didn't know if that was gonna hit. Same thing for Warren G. It took Warren G to, everybody got to deal with Warren G, which is the craziest shit in the world. Now Warren G make more than all them niggas damn near.
Yep. Which is nuts, because Warren G was just like, I'm gonna hover below the radar and I'm gonna be chill. He picked the lane that I would enjoy. Like, I'm just going, I don't need all that. I'm cool right where I'm at. You wanna? Nah, I'm cool where I'm at, and I'm gonna enjoy it, and I'm gonna be me, and I'm gonna stick to my little simple shit, kind of like what you've brought up a few times about Dro. Like, nah, I'm a millionaire in my own backyard.
Like, if you can eat in your own back, like that shit, that fucking interview, I swear that shit stuck with me. That nigga was like, yeah, I don't care. He's like, D.I.'s my nigga, but like, I'm not rich, and I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. Like, I can very well. And then you hear shit, even fucking this music in general. Like, you hear, what's her name? You hear that fucking weird shit that happened to what's that, Taylor Swift, where that nigga has to re-record all her albums because I can't own any of this other shit. Because I'm like, that the music industry is just wild.
That tells you that it just don't happen to us. It happened to everybody.
Oh, no, it
just happens on pedestals of, she just got tired of this shit. So I'm gonna just go re-record and redo my music until my masses of people don't listen to that one. Listen to this one. It's a little more funked up. It happens. It's like, it's a lot of people re-recording their songs and redoing their shit. And it's like, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't really touch that song. Try making something new. But some people pass their time, past their prime, man. Some people sell their masters and sell yeah, man. Like, you be shocked at these meetings.
I'm always shocked just when, like, and we're out here just being regular people. So I'll be like, to have that behind the veil lens, you probably be like, yo, nigga, like, what the fuck? Like, shit, even as I'm here thinking fucking as long, and you think about, like, as long as this shit has been happening, it's like Bun B told the story about how fucking when they signed their deal, and by the time they walked out the door, they had just signed it. It's KRS-One is like, did y'all sign the shit? Yeah, he's like, well, and I'm like, fuck, nigga, if like niggas be getting fucked since KRS-One and ain't nobody going, man, I'm just at least I'm gonna do it
dog,
this
like,
way.
No, and that's what some of these people that's independent is cool, but for you to get to that next level, you have to sign some type of something distribution or something. You ain't got to necessarily sign to a label
Mhm.
because the label, depending on what label you're on, they really don't give a shit, and it's a revolving door of people in anyway.
Right.
Like I know a whole label that works for a whole nother label right now, and it's like, oh, y'all went from Wilshire to Santa Monica. All right, all right, okay, you went from the New York office to the LA office.
Right.
All right. But
Yeah, shit, Kenny in the building. Dream sold this whole catalog. That was a thing.
yeah, Dream sold this whole catalog for a lot of money, and he still owns parts of it, which is smart. Some of them catalog deals be smart, but some of them be like, you're a dummy. He's a dummy. And I feel y'all might be hurting for bread, but
Right.
it'd be like,
I mean, some of them hurting for bread because you try to live too much of a lavish lifestyle and you
Right.
didn't have the foresight to understand longevity.
Right.
So now, like, fuck, when shit start getting low, now I gotta.
You mean to tell me everybody ain't got 12 yachts? Everybody ain't got 12 yachts.
Right.
Damn, this is my 14th Bentley. That ain't too
I
bad.
can't
shit.
understand why I don't need 55,000 acres of.
bruh, the homie, the youngest and smartest homie I got, he did it the correct way with listening to people like me, and he's able to live forever. He's able to live forever. His family's able to live forever, and everybody behind him is able to live forever.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? Like he set it up that way just because that's how he wanted it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
Yeah, I like hearing like when people did it right. Like, what's that girl's name? The God Sent Me an Angel song.
Fuck.
From
Yeah.
But somebody
I can't remember her name right now.
Yeah, like I saw just a random interview of her online, and she was like talking.
Y'all talking about a whole. I heard a whole different song. Y'all said God Sent Me.
Oh, but she was talking big shit. She was like, I own like every bit of this song, and it's a popping song. She's like, I don't give a fuck about shit. I'll be straight forever. And I was like, God damn, that's big dick energy. She said just the song, like fuck the
Not the whole project, no nothing.
I was like, that's some big dick energy.
Because if that song gets in a cycle and it gets in sync, bruh, if that song is on, it's out now, and say that shit hits a movie, and then from that movie it hits a commercial. That commercial hits.
Yeah, her shit.
That song was abused when we were in high school.
Oh yeah, that shit was nasty.
That song was abused. Everybody we were bumping it. The Latino community still bumping it to this day.
White folks got that shit, and it was movies, commercials.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna get y'all a bar right now. There's a song when we was in like college, maybe into high school, that we loved, and you like, and he still performs to this day, and it's like, how the fuck are you still performing this one? He ain't really had shit since. Cyclone.
Oh yeah, okay. Baby Bash and
T-Pain.
Him and shout out to my uncle, shout out to Big D Love, but that's and Magic. But like watching, I've like gone to see them perform and stuff and whatever, and just watching like Magic, Bash, and like say Lil Rob and them, and like Dub C, and like it's just got our shit. Them niggas are never not working
at all.
Like I've like like they are never. It's never a moment where like it'd be like, yo, it'd be anywhere from like, hey, MC Magic is like filling out such and such in Phoenix, Arizona, and them niggas being like Nantucket, Czechoslovakia, Wisconsin, and it'd be like, and I'm like, this is yeah, like it'll be somewhere you'll never, but like they like they
showing up.
Yeah, yo, Baby Bash and niggas are like fucking legendary.
And guess what? They own them songs,
all of them.
And they will perform the same 5 to 10 songs for the rest of their life and be fine.
They own those songs, bro.
And that blew me because it's like, okay, he's singing you know, like old MB Rider shit, and it's a fucking 7-year-old up front singing that shit word for word. I'm like,
and Ben Davis is in Cortez. You ain't even know what he's hearing,
bro. I'm like, this is it. This is the vibe. Like I would like, you know, I like being Drake is fire, but this is fire too. This is fire as shit.
Bro, if put like this, these dudes are cool. Not this cool because nigga, it's you'll be surprised at seeing these quarterly checks. If some people get you like, how are you getting this off this song? And it's like, it's mine. I own the music, I own the writing, I own the composition, arranging, and you'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, I get this for this, this for this, this for this. That shit adds up.
Yeah.
And then if you ain't got nobody pulling no money from it, it makes it even more.
And then I
smoother.
could still take my ass to like a Trader Joe's in some random city and nobody bothers me.
Nobody cares.
Man, that's,
Nobody cares.
niggas is living life.
Living life, dog. Just it takes one.
So I'll say for you knowing what you know, experiencing what you've experienced, what is it that you want to bring to the people that are coming in after you? Like, how do you want to let your influence leave a mark on the game?
I talk to everybody and I give as much knowledge as I can. It's either you gonna take it or not. If you need help, people email me, call me. Hey man, what you think about this? I wouldn't do it. Why wouldn't you do it? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Well, what about this? Well, H through Z. Now, this is why. Some people listen, some people don't. I'll listen to people's music and I'll be like, this not it. Don't put this out. Go back to the drawing board, restart your album. This song should go here. To answer your question, I just want to give as much information as I can, dude, because music is forever. The shit Kanye was talking.
A nigga not crazy.
I have my own issues, but
Yeah, you know.
we will discuss that now on here because that dude has people listening everywhere. But yeah, man, he's not crazy, but he has very, very, very valid points.
Mhm.
These people
There
ain't
we go.
these people ain't for you. They don't really care your investment that they want to return and take from you. So if you can do it and build your clientele and build onto what you want it is you looking for, then get what it is you want and maybe some, do it. Until then, don't sell your don't fatty wap yourself. That's my new term. Don't fatty wap yourself.
That's not a bad term.
Not at all.
I'm just saying, dog, that man gave these people an album that was done. Know what the people did to that man album? No, not even that. They put a master track on it. They put a master track on it. Put it out to the world. You know what that man sees? Pretty much.
Figuratively and literally.
That's
Pretty
crazy.
much.
That nigga literally owned like an entire moment.
An entire 3-4 years he was running shit. And
That man has 6 singles in play at one time.
That's
He has 6 singles in play. Like you could play 6 Fetty Wap songs in six
on
songs
different charts.
across different stations, across different genres,
Yes.
in different places. His music went in sync and went crazy.
And
But
you
sold it. If he'd have held on to that or talked to the right person, if he'd have talked to me, I'd have been like, hold this shit before Drake jumped on it. And then when Drake jumped on it, it'd have been like, look, I got the rest of this here and you gonna pay for it and some. He wouldn't have to sign it. He wouldn't have to sign another stupid deal with a stupid record label with a stupid idiot, with another dipshit.
that's a button we need on the board. Fucking Chris Jericho, stupid idiot. Stupid idiot. I need that, Keith. Sir, can you make it happen? Put it on the board.
I'll chop it up and send it to y'all.
There's so much shit we can throw in there, but one
Yeah.
thing to kind of like to end on, with you being willing to give people so much and support people when it comes to the knowledge aspect and be a resource to people, how are you helping to support and take care of yourself? Because I know it's a mental and emotional
It's a
journey.
balance. It's a balance because outside of being this portrayal of lazy or lazy, or I'm still Brian, dog. I can still go anywhere I want because I don't care about being famous. I don't care about people seeing my name. Like the things that I do and the things that I touch, that's cool, but I help build that for somebody else.
Mhm.
So I'm building my own. I'm building my own and doing my own for me. For everything I touch that I want to do, that I want to build on, I'm doing it for me. I'm not doing it for nobody else. At the end of the day, it's for me. It's for mine. It's good to have these connections and talk and rub elbows and have relationship with these people. But at the end of the day, I go home to my 2 kids who depend on me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a good start, but at the end of the day, I need to be able to show mines that, oh no, don't rely on somebody else who's helping you eat yourself.
Right. So with that, plug your shit and
Absolutely.
let people know what you got to tell them and what you have to give them so they can go out and support it.
Use condoms if you don't have a kid. But with me, man, I started the clothing line 2 years ago. Something that's been sitting in my phone since a sidekick, to be honest.
Yikes.
But I just finally got the motivation to do it, which is Humble and Arrogant. It's my clothing line. Live your life, man. Live life humble. Stay arrogant. You hit me up, humblyarrogantinc@gmail.com. Humbly Arrogant. I just took my website down because I do more direct sales and why waste money. So hit me up, man. I got to get y'all some stuff, man. I was just in a rush, so y'all let me know your size. It'll get right to y'all. You know,
I enjoy good conversations. I give a fuck if you came here and brought good shit.
No, but it's the thing. I was telling you, I'm like, I fuck with y'all show because
I appreciate that so much.
I podcast as well, but then it's like I listen to so many podcasts and I don't like industry podcasts and shit like that. Like they cool, but I like listening to my people, listening to my peers. So
I'm with that.
It's not your last time here, so we ain't tripping.
Of course.
We appreciate it. Doors always open. You already know that, you family, so it ain't no big deal.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for tuning in to this episode of Just a Dope Ass Podcast. Hopefully it brought a little extra heat to your Saturday. We will see you guys again Monday evening. On behalf of Just a Dope Ass Podcast, stay your ass in the house so we ain't got to deal with traffic.
Absolutely, man. We go away.
I want to be antisocial on the road too. Like I don't want none of y'all near me.
Stay away. Either you fucking, I ain't no discussion.
Club
Cause
back.
I'm not lame. Whenever
Sneaking
you
or
see
not?
me, it's only my people. I'm not gang. You know that I'm evil. Just give me a reason and you'll see them shots.